Hi everyone, my name is Naso and I want to welcome you to my art studio. Today I'm going to show you how I did these light rays with acrylic paint. So stay tuned, grab your paints, grab your brushes, and let's get painting. So first I want to use a little titanium white and fill in this area back here to make it look hazy. And then we're going to go ahead and paint the rays of light over top of that. So I'm just using a number 6 small flat brush with a small amount of titanium white, and I want to make it so it's relatively transparent, so I don't want to put it on too thick. Now to go ahead and help blur it out, I just tap it with my finger or rub it in with my finger, and it actually helps get rid of the sharp edges. For this painting I decided to use acrylic paint. The biggest reason is just for the fact that it actually dries faster and it helps me get more done quicker. If this was done with oil paint, I'd have to wait for the layers to dry before I could add more layers. Now if I decide I can add more oil paint or oil paint over top of the acrylic, you don't want to do it the other way around because acrylic paint will not stick to oil paint. So as you can tell, it's starting to look a little hazy right here in the background. And now I'm just going to put in a couple little bright spots to actually make it look like the light's just piercing through. Now these light rays, I'm trying to be careful and make them as straight as possible, but I also want them to be relatively transparent. So if you put a little too much on, the acrylic paint will dry. It will dry probably faster than you want it to. So an easy way to actually fix that, I'll show you here in a few minutes. Right now I'm trying to get the light rays just where I want them. Trying to make it spread out relatively evenly, but more in a cone shape. So that's more critical because you have one point for your light source. Now if you've noticed, I'm going over some parts a few times, because some of it I want it to be a little bit more opaque than the rest. So towards the top where the light is actually originating from, that's where I want it to be the brightest, and let it fade out as it hits the bushes and the trees and stuff. There's also some points right here where the light's actually shining through the trees a little bit. Now there's more light originating from the top part of this, what I'd like to call light cone. So I want to go ahead and add a little bit more white streaks up towards the top and fill it in a little bit better. Now you're also going to have highlights where the light hits. So just by putting in a little bit of titanium white, it'll definitely emphasize how it lightens up the bushes. So the light rays look a little stronger than I'd like them to, and because this is not oil paint, it makes it a little bit more difficult to blend. So I just dip my brush in water and just gonna rub off a little bit of the paint to actually make it a little bit more transparent and to create more of a blur. So I have a paper towel that I'm actually dabbing my brush onto, and then a little bit of water that I'm actually dipping the brush into. So you don't want a whole lot of water, but you also want to clean the brush. Now the other thing that actually helps with this effect is overlap. So I'm taking some of these leaves and going over the light rays. That way it pushes the light rays behind. Thank you for taking the time and joining me today. If you enjoy this video, please don't forget to subscribe and tap the like button. Thank you guys, and see you again soon.